So this is my first YouTube video. So for starters, I think I'm just going to do a welcome to the channel and tell you about my first rifle. And then I'll tell you some ideas for videos I can make, and y'all can tell me what y'all think in the comments. So like I said, welcome to the channel. This is my first video. I think we're going to go with the name South Texas Survival, because we're in South Texas and I'm going to do mainly things about hunting and knives and firearms. So this was my first rifle. This is the Marlin 336 in 30-30. I have a nice little peep sight on there, Williams. And pretty much that's all I've put on this rifle other than a sling. As you can see, it's a little worn in, which is nice. It's a lot smoother than it used to be. A lot of these 336s, especially when I got mine, which is when I was in about 6th grade, which is unfortunately when it was changing hands and when the quality went down a little bit. Got a little rough, but this one's not too bad. As you can see, I put a little paracord on the handle. Did that about 4 or 5 years ago. Of course, your gun is safe. You can see the red follower in there, and the chamber's empty. On this loading gate, as you can see, it's a little rough there. I actually followed that out just a little bit. And you need to be careful doing something like that, because most of the time that's what actually stops the cartridges from coming further back. And if you get this too far back, when you move your lever, the lifter won't be able to get behind the cartridge to lift it up and put it in the chamber. So that was my first rifle. Got it when I was in 6th grade, like I said. I used to have a pretty ridiculous scope on there. It was almost probably from here to here. It had a 50mm objective, which is gigantic, especially for a 30-30. Something you really don't need for a rifle like this. It's more of a brush gun. But I used it to deer hunt for a little while and did a lot of hog hunting with it, and I actually used to have a lot of fun doing that, because when I saw pigs instead of deer, I'd actually just hop out of the deer blind and see how close I could get, and then try and pull off a headshot on all the pigs. Did that many a time. I do actually want to make some changes to the rifle. I wish it had wood furniture. This is laminate, but I don't think I'll change that. I'm going to get a leather sling for it, put a leather cartridge holder on the stock, and I'd like to get a nice peep sight, a different one, maybe brass or something. Maybe do something for the trigger, because of course it's got the classic Marlin flop in it, and it's kind of gross. A little bit of a bad trigger pull. But yeah, that's pretty much the rifle. Something I really like about these 336s is they have the hooded front sight, which is interesting. Of course, it's got a full-length magazine tube, holds 6 cartridges, so you can put one in the barrel, and that's 7. But yeah, it's definitely a good rifle. Really liked it, really used it quite a bit. Now it's more of a truck gun. I don't use it so much for deer hunting. I have a different rifle for that. So, moving on about the channel, I think I can do plenty of things on firearms. Talk about them, maybe do a little bit of shooting. We're going to do plenty of hunting videos as hunting season's coming up. I actually already filmed some of putting up some brush blinds, talking about the rifle blind that I have, showing you all the feeders, and putting up some trail cameras. I think I'll do another screen recording of the place and show you it on an app that I got. It works pretty good for it, and maybe tell y'all a little more about that. We can do some firearms cleaning, maybe talk about some knives and things that I have and some that I made. And yeah, we'll get this thing started and see what we can do. If I can get some subscribers and stuff, maybe we can do a little bit more on the channel. But thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.